Welcome to episode 35 of Crits&Knits. Does anyone remember what happened last time?
So, I guess me? I guess it's me, Jesus.
All I know is that we're in the collapsible tower.
Yeah, so,
Indeed.
How did we get there?
Where did we come from? Where did we go?
We were all hanging out with Headmaster What's-His-Nuts.
Idor Iridium.
Sure, What's-His-Nuts. And, like, they were like, hey, bro, is there a place we can stay? And he was like, sure, you could stay at this place. But we were like, oh, well, we have our own collapsible tower. And we got escorted out. Nalitha was sneaky as they left. And then we went and set up the tower. We did watch.
Before that, we got a tour of the grounds, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure.
It was sweet. It was sweet.
Do you want to do this recap, Greg?
No, absolutely not. You are the queen of the recaps.
I am not, but it's been so long, fellers. But we got a tour of the grounds where we saw a bunch of things that we were like, ooh, that's interesting. And then we set up the tower. I let people know that I found out some things about one of the professors, that people were not happy about him. And then we did some watch, and there were motherfucking bunnies. The motherfucking bunnies showed up. So, obviously, the necromantic bastard is here. Bunnies equal necromantic bullshit.
They're here for my ass.
I mean, it is a good ass, so...
Yeah, we've seen it in 3D now.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
That's all I remember, Danny.
Okay. Any other highlights? I'm sure Herder had a bit of a highlight there.
Yeah, Herder hung out with the dwarves in the cafeteria, and we drank a lot.
And it was garbage alcohol.
It was horrible, so I gave them Herder gave them tips on how to, and invited them, if they're ever, like, visiting their grandparents at Pennycross, to come and have a drink at the bar.
I have a question, and this is probably too late, and I should have asked this way before now. Is Herder also a really old man?
Yeah, Herder's old.
Okay.
You have to be to live in Pennycross.
I thought, no, you don't, because we have young people living there taking care of the old people. So.
And people who work there don't necessarily have to be as old as the people who live there.
Right.
But we also know that Herder did retire.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, but retiring from adventuring, you might do that at like 35.
That's true.
He did retire early from adventuring. And Danny, I don't know where to find it, but Danny helped me pick a correct age for Herder, so that it would
an appropriately dwarven age.
Appropriate
42.
dwarf age. Yeah, 42 is old.
Although by sheer years, I think Nelitha has all of us beat. Like, we
You
could
don't
add
know that?
her.
You don't know how old she is.
We could add all of our ages together, and we still wouldn't get close.
Nalitha is only 27. Remember
Right.
those bird bones?
We got Herder at 227 years old.
Valid.
4'3", 165. His fighting weight.
I mean, being a brewer and someone who's yanking all those kegs around, that's not for the weak of body.
Right, indeed. Yes. So, but yes, in the cafeteria, Herder made some beer drinking dwarven friends, and hopefully they'll stop by and visit him if he makes it back to Pennycross when this is all said and done.
What do you mean, if?
Herder has.
Yeah,
his
you got a
doubts.
gal to get back to.
I know.
Nalitha's gonna keep you alive out of spite.
That's awesome.
All right. So you did have your night pass fairly without incident.
Fairly.
The only thing that was spotted during the watch was the brief flash of a rabbit's tail as Nelitha shot and killed it, even though it disappeared into the fog. And you all did note during your various watches that the fog was weird. It was very thick. It felt almost like a living creature of its own.
This fog thick.
I have a question.
Yes.
And you may almost said this, Danny. Didn't we already kind of know that the fog was weird from when we came in? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. It is just as weird now as it had been initially approaching the school.
So it's not weirder.
No, it is just still weird.
Perfect.
Sure, let's go with that.
And now on to today's notes.
Oh.
Danny is just
Later.
fucking gleeful for whatever she's about to do to us.
We're gonna walk into this whole school being undead at this point. Strahd's gonna pop up. We got pulled into
Yes,
Barovia. That's why
I
the fog is
mean, the
weird.
fog is the mists of Barovia is a thing, and it's not just Barovia; it's all of the domains of dread.
Well, it'll be fine.
I'm sure that Erasmus has a story about how he was drinking buddies with fucking Strahd. And...
No. If there was anything, it would be Erasmus clowning the shit out of Strahd for being a fuckboy.
Hey, can I give you this book, Strahd? She's just not that into you.
Right.
Oh, goodness. So, morning comes, and the sun rises, and it's weird with that fog. You can see, above you, you can see the sun. But it's somewhat obscured, because the fog is just high up. It rises up further than you would expect normal fog to rise. But you do know that it's morning. And you're expecting your tour guide to come back and collect you at some point.
And we have the effects of a long rest.
You do have the effects of a long rest.
Oh, good.
I 100% the way that Danny is describing this, it's fucking Barovia.
Right?
Like, we have entered the dread domains. Danny was like, you know what? Necromancy isn't enough. Let's throw this motherfucking vampire into this as well.
So as we're waiting for the tour guide to come back, Herder recalls that he is playing the part of Dudley Nightshade for now, the patron of the new books in the library. So he activates his glamored studded leather with the word fabulous, and his armor changes to be like new rich people clothes. Pretty gaudy. He's got it looks like a vest and lots of colors, and kind of like a robe that's not really a robe, but it's something. He thinks it's fashionable, and he will be Dudley Nightshade for a bit.
Excellent.
He's also hoping that we'll stop by like the administration office desk or something on the way, because he has a letter he wants sent off to Hespera again before we go. And so if that happens, I can share the letter when it's time.
Okay. You do recall that when you left the school, you did have to leave through the administration offices. That seems to be the only way in and out of the school grounds. So you wait. I assume you have some breakfast, perhaps some coffee, look at the weather, polish some swords, whatever it is that you do while you're waiting.
Keeping an eye out for bunnies.
Working on
Go
figuring
ahead
out this
and-
stupid knitting stitch.
Yes, you do, of course, have your knitting. Nelitha, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Investigation.
Gonna have an investigation.
Was that phase 4? Tell me your number before Greg gives
Natural
us all his
20.
numbers.
27. Listen, there's some characters I have that roll real well, and then there's my werewolf character who hasn't passed any of her checks lately, so.
So with that, you're looking around. You don't see any bunnies. You do see, along the sort of edge of the line of fog, lots of little bunny footprints. Sort of just slightly into your camp area and then back out. And in and out. All the way around.
Do they look normal?
They look like bunny footprints.
They don't look like maybe they have like extra bullshit or they've been dragging a leg or anything.
Not so far as you can tell. They look like regular little hoppy bits.
The bunnies are here.
Fuck.
It's been
What?
too long.
My bunny.
Here for my ass.
But the bunnies we've been having problems with
Oh,
since the
those
beginning.
bunnies. The bunnies that bit you Owen in the ass. Those bunnies.
Yeah,
Ass biting
the
bunnies.
necromantic weird bunnies that bite asses apparently.
Ass rabbits.
Sure.
I don't know. That just like implies something else, I think. Yeah.
So, not for making into a stew, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, please do.
Oh, no, I don't think we want to eat mutant bunny stew.
We can cut the nasty bits off.
Sure.
Yep,
I
just
guess.
a dry-aged bunny. Yep.
Depends on how deep the rot goes.
True.
Well,
Bunny
if it's any
jerky.
indication of what we've seen with the others, like the trolls. It goes pretty deep.
You continue waiting for your guide.
Herder's prestidigitating anything that needs to be cleaned. He's making little things in his palm, little designs and stuff. He's bored as shit.
We need to teach you to knit.
We do.
That would be cool.
Isolde will finish the row that she's working on, put it aside, stand up, and grab her sword and sheath it and say, something's wrong. She should have been
Yeah.
here by now.
I would have thought so too.
So, shall we go find out what's wrong?
Time to go rescue your granddaughter, Erasmus.
Yep, let's go. Somebody put a hand on him, more hands on them.
Let's roll out.
Off
Alright.
to the wizard school.
Autobots, roll out.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, Dudley Nightshade would like to be near the front, but not at the front, because one of his bodyguards usually helps, clear the way for him.
Can I be sneaky and scout ahead a little bit?
Nicky.
A little snicker snack.
You can.
Okay,
As you move forward,
sure.
the path does open up in front of you. The fog seems to sort of clear ahead of you.
Sure.
Are you going far enough ahead that it closes again behind you?
How much, can I test that? If I go so many
Yeah.
feet, does it close just a little bit that I could make out their figures in the back?
I would say if you get more than 10 feet away from the person closest to you, you can't see them anymore.
So if I stay, say, 7 feet away, I can, see them through the fog at least?
The fog does not close in between you at that point.
Oh, okay. So it only closes completely and I can't see anything 10 feet away?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please don't leave us.
I'll take point just because.
I'll go at least 5 feet ahead just to see,
Okay.
if there is something that I can call back.
Okay. And there is a path on the ground.
Sure.
Do any of you have survival?
Yeah.
Whoever's in front.
I
Why don't you
mean,
scroll down?
I have it.
But
Yeah.
go ahead and roll that
I
for
also
me, because
have
you are
it.
taking point aside from the rogue.
9.
Okay.
Yeah,
What the-
I'm
Okay.
I'm bringing up the rear to keep things, fighter in front, heavy metal person in the back.
Gotcha.
I promise I'm not lying. I got another natural 20.
All right.
Beautiful.
I
Deeps is playing with her weighted dice.
I'm not. This dice usually rolls like shit for me. It's Jenny D's dice, and they normally don't like me. But today they're like, "Hey, guess what, bitch?
We
So-
got you.
So 23.
Okay. So as you are moving ahead, Nelitha, the path is very clear. You are not having any trouble following basically the reverse of the path you took to get here. Owen, had you been completely on your own, we might have had some more problems. But as it is, you were able to watch sort of the swirls of the fog where Nelitha is ahead of you, and you're able to follow the path well enough that you're staying on it. You're not wandering off into the grass or anything like that.
Oh, good.
Nelitha, give me a perception check, please.
Okay, a lot worse. 14.
Okay.
Okay.
So horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible for you.
That was a 3 plus 11. So yes, pretty
enough.
bad.
You are able to navigate to the front of the administration building. The fog sort of clears as you come up to the front of the building, and it looks much like it did yesterday.
So, can I try the door?
It opens.
Oh, does it? Is it like unlatches as I turn a knob, or is it just
Yeah,
like?
it opens like a regular door.
Okay, I didn't.
When
know
you
if-
turn the knob, it opens.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if it was like, I gently touched it, and it was like, here we
No,
go.
You tried the door, and it
Okay,
opened as you
okay.
turned the knob.
Do I see anything inside?
Yeah, the woman is sitting at the desk again.
I
The same
pu-
one from
I
yesterday.
push Herder forward, as he is the one that is supposed to be our main dude.
The main man.
All right, so I will walk up to Herder. Will walk up to the woman. Hello, I'm Dudley Nightshade. I'm here. I was invited to come. I believe you had an unveiling of the library, an event in the library with the books that I helped provide for the school.
Yeah. You were here yesterday, were you not?
I was, and I left, but I'm coming
Yeah,
back. And
Right. Do you still have your visitor pass? I don't see that you returned them yesterday. Do you still have that?
We did return them yesterday.
I don't have it
Could've
on
sworn
me.
We had. Am I wrong, Danny?
I don't have that in my notes.
If we didn't return them, we must have lost them, so we'll need new ones.
Okay, well, I recognize you also. Just hold on.
All right, thank
She
you.
rummages through and pulls out another set of badges and hands them out. All right,
All right,
do your thing.
Thank
We don't
you.
have another unveiling, but I assume you're visiting kids again.
Yes, we are.
All right, have fun.
Good to know you take security so seriously.
It's a school full of wizards. If you're bad, they'll zap you. I'm not all that concerned. Besides, I saw you all yesterday.
We were here yesterday. It's okay.
Yes, we were here yesterday.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Why do you keep saying it all weird? Were you here yesterday? Hold on. And she hits a button on the top of the desk. And this rather frazzled little gnome comes running in. Yeah. I need you to do your detect magic thing and make sure they're all themselves and not, do your thing. And the gnome sighs and closes his eyes and pulls something out of his pocket and holds it close to his mouth and chants, and then opens his eyes, and his eyes sort of have a bluish flash over them. And he looks you all up and down. Well, they got some magic stuff on them. And his clothes are all fancy. Has anyone cast Disguise Self on themselves?
No.
No.
Nope.
Nope, they got magic things, but they're all themselves. There's no disguises. And she's, oh great, okay, see? Security's fine. Go on through.
And so I kind of take her aside a little bit, and in a lower voice, so the rest of the party doesn't hear. I also have a letter that I would appreciate if you could dispatch to Pennycross for me, please.
Oh. Usually there's a fee, but I seem to recall your buddy there gave the school a whole lot of money, so we'll take care of that for you.
All right, thank you. All right, I can read the letter for
Sure.
the benefit of our audience, but not our party. Dearest Hespera, we are close. Perhaps the light statue headmaster wizard is not the enemy we suspected. I do hope we finish this soon, for I fear the stakes are high, and even Pennycross is in danger if we fail. I long to return. Return to the bar. Return to your arms. Return home. Should I fail to return, the bar and my possessions are yours. Do with them what you will. If the kobolds are still around, please see that they are cared for. The gods willing, I shall return to you soon. With deepest affection, Herdy.
Aww.
Greg, are you planning on killing Herder? Is that what is happening right now?
I'm not planning on it, but I mean, Herder had seen some shit when he was adventuring, and that's why he quit, and he realized that when he retired, he should have stayed retired.
Aww.
Aww.
He didn't see enough
Sorry,
shit
buddy.
at Pennycross that he was like, yep, gonna go with these adventurers. And
Look,
now he's like, oh fuck, I'm out of wizard school. Get me
He
out of
was-
here, man.
Drunk with excitement, and it seemed pretty harmless at the time. And
Undead beholder.
Yeah, but you all dispatched it
dispatched
really
him
quickly.
so easily. Even like, I was like, only half the party was there, and we still dispatched him easily.
Yeah, because the half of the party that was there was clanky,
Sneaky.
clanky, holy tanky, and sneaky.
Yeah.
So
Herder was caught up in the excitement, joined along, and then realized that, oh yeah, that's right, there is a reason that he wasn't adventuring. Anyway, that's the letter that he sent off. I had fun writing a letter for Herder. Let me have my fun.
I was worried that there is a plot that's gonna like make all of us cry at the end of this adventure, and I
Oh,
don't want it.
That would
In
be
fairness,
fun too.
Don't
but-
don't make
pretty
me
good.
feel feelings for Herder.
in fairness, he has been like hinting the whole idea that Herder's just like, nah, fam, I'm not about this anymore. He's been
Yeah,
poking
true.
at that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not like given up. I mean, he's fully engaged. Anyway, if things don't go well, he wants Hesper to know that he loved her.
For the week and a half that he knew her.
Less than that, 2 days.
It was an
Shush.
awesome 48 hours.
Hey. I feel like Erasmus is the opposite. Like, I've seen some shit, and I would like to see some more shit.
I think that's why all of us retired much later in life when it came to adventuring.
The money was good.
Sorry, continue, Danny.
All right, I drop in the letter in the Discord for everyone. So
You are a sweet man.
I'm just moving everyone into place on the map.
The map.
whoa, there it
So we
is.
do have a map that you can
Wow.
look at. And so you walk through the administration building and out the back door, the same way that you did the first time, and into the courtyard. And again, it is the fairly wide open courtyard. There are buildings all around, but this is the wide open space. But you notice directly in front of you is the headmaster, and in front of him is a man dressed mostly in black, standing in the middle of some sort of magical set of sigils, and there's magic sort of surrounding him.
Does it look like the man is stuck in the circle, or does it look like he's making the circle?
It looks like he is... You know what? Roll me a perception.
Okay.
Let's see if you can tell from where you are.
You know what he looks like to me? He looks like fucking Dresden.
28.
28. He appears to be stuck inside the circle.
Cool beans.
Elf Dresden. Don't like that.
Elf Dresden.
I mean, wizards live longer than humans anyway. He might as well be an elf.
It's true.
It's true.
We're just looking at, Winter Court Dresden, that's all.
Ooh. Spoilers.
As you look, you can see this man seems to be within this magical containment. If any of you have Arcana, you can roll it to see if you can tell what this is.
I have some Arcana.
I do not have proficiency in Arcana.
I
How's
don't
that?
have proficiency either.
Nor do I, but gotta give it a shot.
And Erasmus should,
I
right?
do.
Because he's done a little bit of wizard stuff.
He actually has a surprising amount in Arcana. So here, that would be a 23.
Okay.
21 for Herder.
19 for Owen.
Natural 1 for DB, because now the dice is betraying her.
There it is.
Okay. So I will say that Erasmus and Herder, you neither of you has cast this spell, but you believe you've seen it before. It looks to be a force cage. And for those of you who don't know about it, let me just tell you a little. It is essentially a cube-shaped prison of magical force. It prevents any matter from passing through it and blocks any spells into or out of the area. The creature inside cannot leave by non-magical means and can only use teleportation or interplanar travel to attempt to leave, but they must beat a charisma saving throw, or they must succeed on a charisma saving throw, and this cage extends into the ethereal plane, therefore blocking ethereal travel.
And who is it that's in this?
You don't know.
So someone we don't know. But the headmaster is here outside.
The headmaster is outside of it.
Holding Elf Dresden captive.
Push Herder forward. Not like hard, just like ushering him.
Try to push him into the cage.
No, I'm nudging him towards the headmaster because you're the one who has the charisma. The rest of... Well, I have charisma, but he's never seen me before, so...
Not as you are now.
Not as I am now. That poor child who did get in trouble because of me, because of yesterday.
Headmaster, we were a little concerned when our tour guide didn't come to retrieve us this morning, so we came in, and now this. What is going on?
You're what? What? Oh, sorry. It's been quite the night.
Catch us up, please.
Cliff Notes version.
Right, Cliff Notes. After your visit, I did a bit more research and had a feeling that perhaps I knew who might be behind the sort of things you were talking about, and we had a little bit of a confrontation. And now that you're a little bit closer to him, you can see some dark circles under his eyes. I have summoned the teachers. They should be arriving shortly. We've got a ritual planned. Sorry, I've been trying to take care of this.
What is this man's name?
Oh, yeah, this is Horith Tebin. Archmage Tebin.
Oh, are you sure that this is the man?
Oh, I'm quite sure he attacked me when I confronted him, so yes.
Turn to look at him.
And you look at him, he also looks exhausted.
Have you been here all night?
Oh, not right here. We ended up here. I finally managed to catch him in this force cage. It's not going to last much longer. The teachers are coming, and like I said, we've got a ritual that will have a stronger force cage to keep him while we have the official trial. And I can't just kill the man. So.
Sure. Have you thought about, I don't know, a silence area for him too? He is magical.
Oh, magic can't get in and out of this force cage. It's quite effective.
Until it's not.
I wouldn't expect a non-wizard to understand how this works, but it's fine.
I'm gonna stab this bitch.
So it's quite effective for how long?
It lasts an hour.
Easy an hour.
We got probably about a half hour left. Like I said, I've summoned the teachers, and they've actually got a bunch of students coming along too. And you do see that students start appearing, and teachers as well. And you do see the teachers showing up, and they all gather around this force cage. They greet the headmaster, and he sort of nods at all of them, and they're taking very specific places around this man.
Oh, let me get the hell out of the way.
Or like, I'm going to get behind a tree, behind this little column over here outside. I can still see what's going on, but...
And so, yeah, over the next few minutes, all of the teachers, well, most of the teachers, seem to show up and surround this man. And the Archmage nods at each of them as they arrive. Wonderful, wonderful. We can start soon. Here, I've had the scribes copy this, and he hands out sheets of paper to all of them. Right, so this is a modification of a couple of things. Basically, we're going to make a more permanent spell to keep him trapped until such time as we can properly do the trial investigation. We gotta find the teleportation circle and, get the evidence. But I'm not gonna have him kill me in the meantime, right? And the teachers are all sort of nodding their assent. And,
I would like to make a insight check on
Yeah.
the headmaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
All right.
this is
This
hinky.
is sussy.
This is very convenient.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Herder got a natural 1, so a 7.
I got a
total.
2, so I understand.
Herder's pretty scared, I think.
18.
Okay.
24.
Natural 1 for Owen. It was on a 19 and it tipped.
I
Oh,
hate
no.
that.
He seems on the level. Nelitha, you think he seems a little exhausted. Like, he's acting like he's not thinking straight, perhaps?
I draw my weapon. I've watched one too many wizards who believe they've got this under control, and they never do.
Isolde's gonna reach over and put a hand on his arm and be like, "Don't start something you're not willing to finish,
I'm always
And
willing
don't-
to finish. But,
and do not go off half-cocked."
no, I'm
talked
waiting
about
for this
this.
to go sideways.
Oh, he's full clocked.
Ask Itty Horse.
Oi. Oh, God.
Are you yelling that from behind the statue?
The statue of a horse?
It's a statue of a horse.
Of course it is.
Erasmus, do you know this guy?
Ooh,
Are,
heavy.
are you sure about this spell? You seem rather exhausted.
Well, that's why I've brought in reinforcements. I can't do this again. We've been fighting all night. I am...
Has Archmage Tibbin said anything since we've been here?
Isn't that who? No.
Nope. He has not said anything.
Would it be possible to have someone else check the work before you start?
I would like to
Just
insight the...
you are this tired. This is not something to mess up.
Does the circle and the man in the circle, does that look real?
Ooh.
Roll me perception.
Okay. I like perception.
25?
16.
He looks real. You can't reach in and touch him, and there's sort of the general shimmer of magic around him,
If
which
I-
makes everything look a little bit weird.
If I get closer to the circle, not actually touching it, can I feel like the magic coming off of it?
You're not the most magically sensitive, so I don't know that
No,
you
but
would.
like kind of how like water barrier is kind of how I've always thought about it. If you try and like push in, I'm not trying to push in, but if you like kind of felt like the edge of something kind of thing.
I think when you get close to it,
Uh-huh.
the Anjali, the teacher dressed in pink, grabs you back. Watch yourself.
I ought
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Cut a bitch.
What are you doing?
don't touch me.
And she lets go. You don't want to touch that.
I wasn't going to touch that. I know magic.
All right. Okay. As you get closer, if you are looking, say, across the circle,
Sure.
the weird waviness of the man in the circle, you see that same weird waviness at the people on the other side of the circle.
Okay. My whole thing is that I'm trying to make sure that somebody else isn't trying to trick us into believing that
Right.
they have caught this guy and this isn't some sort of illusionary magic.
okay.
Trying to make sure
Yeah.
that this is actually a force cage or anything like that. That this is not, oh, well, we found the problem and it's not actually the problem. Like,
Right. Yeah.
which I know it's not actually the problem because this would be a weird climax to this story is somebody got caught off screen.
Yeah.
You, the headmaster notices, and he sighs, and he goes over to the bush that's just off to the side, and you see him struggle for a moment, and then he rips off a branch, and he comes over to you, Nelitha, and gives it to you and says, "Here, just
Poke it.
touch it."
Okay.
And so he gives you the little branch.
I whack the force cage.
When you make contact, it's like something has taken that branch and throws it back towards you.
Okay.
Like it's a force that
Sure.
pushes it away from you.
Sure.
Satisfied?
Lying. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I would still prefer if one or more of these esteemed teachers could check over the work just to make sure there isn't a dropped comma somewhere that may result in untimely demise before the appropriate justice.
Right, yes, of course. And he will turn to the one that is closest to him.
And I'm watching all of the, like, looking around at all of the teachers and trying to get the vibe of where they are with this. Like, are they surprised with this force cage? Are they, like, how much of this did they already know about before they came out?
They had already been informed of it. So they are not surprised at it. But there are at least a couple of them that have sort of smug looks on their faces.
Like, yeah, we got him. Okay.
Or yeah, we knew it.
He'll lay a hand on the shoulder of one of the orange-robed figures in front of him and say, would you mind just checking my work? I know you're specialist evocation, so give it a look through. And that teacher says, "Oh, yeah, of course. And you see him read through it. I don't think that's how I would have done it, but I mean, it's not wrong. I would have made it prettier." What? There's nothing wrong with having some pride in your work.
At this point, there is.
Whatever.
This man on fire. Everybody's gonna die by Nelitha's hands by the end of this day.
Yeah. I just look at the soul and says, look, I'm not looking to start nothing, but I am also very familiar with the dance of the universe. We'll call it that.
As am I. And I also know that drawing a weapon is not a good way to go into a conversation.
He nods, says as well. We'll see how much conversating there is to be had.
I'm not going to stop you. They don't seem to be too concerned about it, but
No,
I am concerned.
He kind of like whispers like, I'm not trying to kill him right now. I'm worried about these damn wizards. They look too smug.
Herder looks at the headmaster. So you have Archmage Tibin. Is there anyone else that was helping him? Or was he acting alone?
Far as I could tell, he was acting alone, but honestly...
It's a big project to be
taken...
acting alone.
Well, I mean, he had a couple of conjuration students, but, no one really liked him all that much. There were a lot of complaints about him.
That's what
so I don't
I'm
know.
worried about.
The students.
No,
The complaints?
that somebody is penniless on this man.
Has anyone questioned him under a zone of truth?
Not yet. We said we're gonna enforce this cage so that we can work a little bit more at our leisure.
How long does the enforced cage last once it's up?
This one, we're down to about 20 minutes left. If we can do this more thorough one, I think we can get about 24 hours, which gives us time to go through his whole tower.
I'm going to look over at Erasmus and just kind of raise an eyebrow and say, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness, isn't it? And I'm going to cast Zone of Truth on... Oh, no, I can't. Shit, no. Force cage.
Nope, force cage.
Yep.
Nope, I just realized that.
Can't get him that way.
Nope, but, like, he's surrounded by his peers, and if you were able to bring him down by yourself, bring down the force cage. And let's actually ask him the questions.
I'd rather not, given the things that he's into.
I peek
Do
around
you
the
have
bush.
proof?
Herder.
What's up?
Work your wiles on the guy in the cage. Get him to talk.
What, the birds and the bees? What talk are you talking about?
You ain't saying nothing that's weird.
All right, I'll try. So her walks close and hollers in, Tibbin.
He turns slowly. Almost, he looks like he's not doing well. But he looks at you.
What have you done?
He doesn't say anything. He just stares at you. I would like all of you to roll perception for me, please.
There we go. 26.
17.
I am going to use my lucky feat.
9.
So it was 26 for Isolt. Erasmus, you were
17.
17. And Herder.
19.
22.
Okay, so everyone except Owen.
Oh, poor Owen.
You've noticed that there are students that are arriving in the courtyard. And you recognize one particular student. It is Callie. And she sort of gives a little wave as more and more students are arriving.
Erasmus, can you go talk to Callie real quick?
Sure.
Tibbin, while Erasmus is going to talk to Callie. Tibbin, have you... This is going to get bad for you soon. You have an opportunity to defend yourself right now.
He just stares at you. Erasmus. Callie's smiling up at you. Sorry, I thought you were coming back and I wanted to see you again, and but I probably shouldn't be here. This is just like the seniors who are here. But I wanted to say hi.
Yeah,
and,
it's all right. Well, you're here with us.
You know, hi.
It's all right. Do you know this professor very well?
Oh, the one in the thing? Well, I know of him, and I know that you avoid him if you can. He teaches, like, one class in conjuration, and everyone tries to take the other professor's class. So I haven't actually had him for anything yet, because he is scary. You know how, like, some people just give you the ick? It's not even the ick. He just... I want to run away. Like, even right now, I kind of want to just run away from him. There's something weird about him.
When you say weird, can you describe it?
He feels wrong. Like there's a coldness coming from him. But it's almost a physical thing. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
He really creeps me out.
I cast detect magic. Is homeboy? That's right. I wouldn't be able to see it. See if he's cursed or not.
No, because he's surrounded by a whole bunch of magic.
Yeah.
Also, force
That
save.
prevents other magic from going through it. Yep.
Yeah.
How very convenient.
That's what I'm thinking.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. The Department of Defense is working with Google to help secure America's digital defense systems, from establishing cloud-based zero-trust solutions to deploying the latest AI technology. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
It's tourney time, and with FanDuel's Dog of the Day, you can get a daily profit boost during the College Conference Championships to bet on any underdog. So get ready to celebrate some upsets.
No one saw that coming, except for me, baby!
21 plus in present select states. Opt-in required. Minimum plus 100 odds required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You all hear a sort of chant begin.
Coming from the professors around the circle or someone else?
coming from the students that have formed a sort of bigger circle.
I don't like that.
Can we make out what the chant is?
It seems to be, I would say Latin, but it's not going to be.
It's probably like
Or Draconic. Draconic is also usually a language of magic.
Or infernal.
Yeah, I like Draconic. I think they're chanting in Draconic. And do any of you speak Draconic? Yes.
No.
No.
In fairness, I would have said Draconic even if I don't speak Draconic, because Sylvan also makes sense, but...
And I said Sylvan even before I looked to see if I spoke Sylvan.
This current chant translates very loosely to trap the body. You don't do a lot of magic, but it feels like it's sort of meant to be a supporting part of this ritual.
Sure.
And the teachers begin reading off the ritual that the headmaster has distributed to them.
Yeah, it's the harmony part of the choir.
Yeah. And so they begin. It begins with something along the lines of raise the cage. And so it is up to you whether or not you want to share that information, but that is what you have heard, Assault. The students are chanting something along the lines of trap the body, and the professors are chanting about raising the cage.
Yeah, I'll pass that along to... I guess Owen's the only one who's still close to me.
Oh, I don't like that. Creepy.
I mean, if you translate any magic spell, it's kind of creepy.
Fair.
But I take your point. Because I agree, something about this doesn't feel right.
I don't like it at all.
But I can't put my finger on it, and there are a lot of very powerful magic users to contend with.
Yes. What do we do?
Be ready when something explodes.
All right.
'Cause short of that, we're starting a fight, and even with the uneasy feeling, I could be wrong. I mean, not about the translation, but... I know I'm right about that, but also magic spells sound dumb when you translate them.
So the teachers have begun their chant, the students have begun their chant, and so there are two circles doing this magic. And the headmaster is not chanting with them, but he's observing. And he has his piece of paper out, and he's just sort of following along. It seems like he's making sure they're doing it right.
He's the conductor.
Basically, yeah. And this goes on for about a minute. Those of you familiar with magic are aware that, these things take some time.
Rituals take
They're not
10 minutes.
super fast. Yeah.
I'm watching the guy in the center to see how he's reacting to all of this.
His expression has not changed a lot. As you're watching, he seems more uncomfortable. He still isn't speaking. He hasn't said a word.
Herder has backed away and retreated to the strong
bush.
folk. Yeah. Hiding in the bush next to Owen and Assault.
I mean, the way he's reacting makes me think he's like drugged or under the effect of a spell.
Yeah.
Because like, wouldn't a powerful magic user who's been caught do like something like
counterspell?
Shout. Well, he can't do that from
Well,
in there, but
yeah.
like shout diabolically or do a villain monologue or something.
I think the opposite. I think he's waiting on something, or something's fucked up. That's.
Yeah.
I think something's fucked up.
I think something's fucked up, but I can't put a finger on it.
I don't know if he's our man.
I don't think he is.
Something is wrong here, and I'm not magical enough to know. But something in my gut says something isn't right.
Hey guys, I don't know if you notice, if you're seeing this or not, but the kids are electric sliding.
Approaching.
Their little circle, a little closer.
Yeah, I see it.
The students are closing in somewhat. They're getting closer.
Don't like that.
I don't know if I want to be in the middle, in between these two concentric circles.
Wait.
Actually,
You
hell,
said,
I know I don't want to be in
wait.
these concentric circles.
You said concentric circles. Does this remind me of the circle we found, like, a million sessions ago?
The teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Only in that it is also round.
Okay, not like... Sure.
but it is disconcerting the way they're all sort of moving in and closing ranks and getting closer.
Are they moving like in unison or in any way that doesn't seem natural, or are they?
Roll me a perception.
21.
It seems choreographed. It doesn't seem unnatural, but it seems choreographed.
I'm gonna point that out to Owen.
I don't like this one bit, and I think we should stop it, but I don't know how without causing additional harm to the students.
Right.
Herder went over to Erasmus and get Callie. I look at Erasmus, I think, I know Assault told you not to draw your weapon, but I'm starting to wonder if that might be appropriate, or will be appropriate soon.
That's what I'm worried about. That is exactly what I'm worried about.
I'm staying close to what's happening right now, keeping an eye on people around me, but not moving too far away from the headmaster in case he is the problem.
Okay.
Herder, could you make sure Callie just stays back?
Yeah. Hey, Callie, come over here with me to this tree.
I think Owen might be the only one who's close enough to hear Isolde beginning to pray very quietly under her breath, just like a soft litany of LaRue, I don't know what the right thing to do is here. Show me the path. Show me the way.
Owen takes a big breath and draws his sword.
Does Herder see Owen do that?
Yes.
Herder pulls out his crossbow.
Okay.
And kind of holds it down, pointing down to his side.
Okay. Nelitha, you are still by the headmaster?
Oh yeah, but I have daggers for days. I don't have to pull a weapon to be dangerous.
Assault.
Ma'am.
As you are praying, do you have a feat or a feature that goes along with that? Or are you simply asking for guidance?
It's mostly just asking for guidance. There isn't anything that is specific. It's just reaching out to the source of my power and saying, I don't know what the right thing to do is here.
I would like you to roll me a religion.
I actually have a
That
paladin.
on our side.
I actually have a paladin who is proficient in religion. What the shit?
What?
And then I roll a 6. 'Cause,
Oh, no.
yeah. I don't usually have proficiency in religion with any of my characters. That's because I don't have intelligence-based characters.
So that's a 6 total?
Yes.
You get the feeling of someone trying to communicate with you, but you can't quite figure out what it's not reaching you fully.
Do I get any kind of a sense of like a warning, like someone trying to shout across a barrier?
Yes, you feel that it is who's your goddess?
LaRue,
God?
the unicorn goddess.
You recognize the feeling of LaRue. And it does feel like some sort of instruction is trying to come across. I don't know if you've got anything that you feel would help clarify that message. I am open to creative interpretations.
Sure.
Pray harder.
Can I offer a price to succeed?
Yes.
Can I give up my 3rd level spell slots to get the answer that is trying to get to me?
Yes.
Oh wow.
All right. I have spent my 3rd level spell slots to effectively try to like punch through that barrier to reach my goddess.
You feel a whisper, and it washes over you, and you know that you have been told to get outside of the circle.
Okay. I'm going to reach over and grab Owen's wrist and pull him. And be like,
Okay.
we need to get out of the circle now. And I'll make eye contact with Nelitha and like jerk my head to the outside of the circle.
Start kind of moving back.
Herder has left Callie at the tree and rejoined Erasmus.
Okay.
And then the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And as you are watching, the headmaster looks up and raises a hand, and the chant shifts. And again, Isolde, you understand the words in that you can translate them, but they don't quite make sense. It stopped being raise the cage as in lift up, and has become raise as in flatten.
Oh.
What?
And then you see the headmaster lift his wand. You see a sphere begin to form just above the force cage. And in an instant, the force cage falls. The man inside the cage shouts, "Imposter!" And that sphere ripples out to a 60-foot radius, hitting all of the teachers and all of the students, and they fall to the ground.
Does Tibin also fall to the ground?
He does.
What about
The headmaster.
Idor?
The headmaster does not. I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
And we're still standing, I guess.
Motherfucker.
I'm
You
still
are
standing.
still standing. You are just outside of the 60-foot radius. So that was an excellent use of spell slots.
This is something that Adam and I talk about in Inspiration Point sometimes, where it's like it's sometimes important to be like, right, I want to succeed at a cost, and you can't do that. You can't do that often, but
We're going to pause for just a moment because I'm looking at the time, and we've been playing for just over an hour. This is later than we usually tend to go. And if we're about to engage in combat, that could take us quite some time.
we have a rule at QNC: don't start combat after 9.
I think that is probably what we're going to need to do, is pause. Do you want to roll initiative now, or do you like to roll it next time?
I roll pretty
roll
good,
well.
so I'd like to.
Yeah. Let me write down our initiative. All right. So what have we got?
21 for Owen.
Okay.
Also a 21 for Nelitha.
Hey, twinsies!
16, probably the best initiative I've had all campaign.
Mood.
Okay.
19, also very good for the clanky holy tanky.
Nice.
6.
Yay!
Oh, you got the cleric
bard's coming in
initiative.
strong.
Yeah.
I
That,
do
mean,
have
that
one.
means he's last, right?
Probably.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, let me just roll this. Ooh, okay.
I do have one question before we break for the next couple of weeks. The sphere that went out, is that something that is a lasting effect, or was it instantaneous and now it's gone and over?
It was instantaneous.
Okay, so the effect has happened and now it's done, so it's maybe safe to walk into the area?
You think so?
Oh, good.
Great.
Love
Is
that
that
sentence.
spell identifiable? Is that some, like, some super weirdness?
It is
Alright, I
identifiable.
would like to... Yeah.
That's probably a real high-level spell.
I think I know which one it was.
Player might know. Let's see if Erasmus knows. Roll me an Arcana.
Erasmus Arcana is a plus 12. I took expertise as
So,
one of my, many fighter feats. Let's see here. That would be a 24.
Okay, yeah, with a 24. That was Circle of Death.
Yep. Called it.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, Nelitha could have died tonight.
And that was,
I would have been coming back as Callie.
let's see. Let me just roll some damage and see what we might...
Oh, Circle of Death? No, there's no way that would have killed us.
Wait, are you
No.
being facetious?
No, I'm being dead serious.
Most likely it wouldn't have killed us, but we might not have been in great shape.
Oh,
Yeah, the damage
But
on that
let's
is it's also probably modified. So like the base of that is the base damage is 8d6. It's a cool fireball.
we will say that with the way I rolled,
Oh God.
a lot of these very squishy level 10-ish wizard teachers,
Oh, they're dead.
and the even squishier senior students that are probably level 2 or 3.
No, they're also dead.
Like a lot
That
of
is something
crude
that
death
you are
happening.
able to observe.
Oh,
So that
boy.
I'm not giving away things. I am letting you know that
Yeah.
that was 14d6 damage.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Upcast like a mofo. Okay.
It's 2d6 for every level, so why not?
I should have trusted my gut with this fucking professor.
So, on that note,
I'm gonna stab him.
we're going to be back in 2 weeks. But yeah, you guys have hit an encounter, and it's been a while since we've had an encounter.
Yeah, since the
So-
mimics in the library.
Yeah. And just so you know, Callie rolled a 14 for her initiative.
Oh, Callie!
Oh, no.
Because she is still there. So,
Oh, baby, no.
Awesome.
Hide.
Yeah, she needs to
just
get
put her in
behind.
the hole to complicate things a little.
Don't put her in the hole. She won't be able to breathe.
She'll have what, a minute of error if she holds her breath. That's
Put her in the hole and
Well,
don't
you
close
guys
the hole.
explored the hole.
Yeah, put her in the hole and don't close it.
There you go. You know, roll the hole out behind the tree, stick her in there.
Oh my god, you guys.
Well, I do want to say it was fantastic playing again.
Yes.
Good to have you all here. I hope I didn't traumatize you too much.
Nah.
I don't think it was that bad.
Nah, I should have killed the headmaster when I had the chance.
Honestly, like in the back of my brain, I kept being like, do I go for the grasping vines? Do I go for my channel divinity?
Yeah.
Because real powerful in a lot of other ways. I don't see him being terribly dexterous or strong.
Did I go for a firebolt?
I mean, if he's up casting like that, well, I'm not running it.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, that's a lot of mental stats, not
He's tired.
necessarily
Yeah,
physical
that just
ones.
gives him access
He
to...
is not tired.
He's not tired. That was a
Greg,
fakery.
He is not fucking tired. He's a motherfucking liar, and I don't know how none of us caught it. Too good, this man.
Because he is a very charismatic person.
Fuck this
Not even
guy.
a wizard that bays a sorcerer. This lying motherfucker.
And on that note, I think we're going to say goodnight. And we will see you all back here in a couple weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
A Majestic Goose podcast.
Honk.